Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another banger video. Hey guys, you already know how it is. Liking, commenting, and subscribing, because we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So if you want to see your boy make it to 2K, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this video with your friends. Today, I got a good story for y'all, and that is my first week at Walmart. How was it? We all fear of getting a job in life, but that's just how it is. We gotta work, we gotta get money, we gotta get that BMW. So, we gotta get a job, because there's no other way to get money. You know what I'm saying? So today, I'm gonna tell y'all my first week at Walmart. So, we start out with day one. Day one was orientation. So, orientation is where they pretty much train you, all right? That's pretty much your training. And like, you know, they go over a bunch of stuff, and, you know, they go over, like, you know, like, how to do your job and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll also make you complete a fuck ton of tasks. Yeah, it took me like, I think like 3 or 4 hours. Maybe even longer, actually. It took me a while to complete the tasks. Like, we had to do all this shit about, like, food safety. And I feel like the hardest part for me was the bloodborne pathogens thing. Oh my god, I was so uncomfortable because they were showing needles. Needles. Oh boy, like, I was like fucking tensing up and shit. I was like, And I was like, I'm sorry, I just get really tense around needles. I am extremely needle phobic. Okay, I've been needle phobic my entire life. And that's just the thing that hasn't left me, you know. Even though I may be 18, I may be considered an adult, but that needle fear hasn't left me. And honestly, it's a natural fear. People are like, oh, get over it. Like, bitch. It is a fucking natural fear. Alright? You can't just expect someone to grow up like that overnight. No. Like, needles, it's a natural fear, you know? They hurt. Needles are painful. I hate shots. I hate blood draws. I freak the fuck out when the doctors mention anything about a shot. Because I was in the hospital a couple of weeks ago because my dumbass ex-friend, not best friend, my ex-friend decided it would be a good idea to fucking drop me on my head. Like, bro, I only came here for one thing, and that is to drop off the vape for you to give me the damn money. Give me the money, I'll get you the vape, and I'm leaving. And he's like, you're not leaving. And then proceeds to fucking pick me up by my ankles and fucking drop me on my head. Oh, I was fucking crying. Bro, I've never cried to my mama in so fucking long. Like, literally. I was like, Mommy. Like, bro, I was literally, like, fucking crying, and then my ex-friend, he was fucking running to my mom's car, and he was like, I'm sorry. Sorry does not fix a fucking concussion, buddy. Like, seriously, you could have given me a concussion. You could have given me brain damage. Be thankful I didn't get brain damage and fucking press charges on your ass, because literally, that night when I was in the hospital, I was fucking tweaking the fuck out. So, like, the doctors, right, they were examining my head and shit, and they said, if there's a cut, we'll have to get you a tetanus shot. And, bro, when they fucking mentioned shot, not even like half of a fucking millisecond. I was like, I never got up out of that fucking hospital bed so fucking fast. Like, I got out of that bed so fucking fast, I started freaking the fuck out. I was like, no shot, no needle. And it's like, bro, I'm fucking scared. And then I was hanging out with some of my friends, and this one girl fucking pulled out a fucking needle in the car. I was like, do not fucking use that. Do not fucking use that. I was literally screaming, bro. I was like, I'm fucking scared. Like, I was about to hop out of that fucking car. We were at a light, right? I was about to fucking hop out of that car and start fucking running home, bro. Like, bro, when I was in that car, like, the fucking car ride to Walmart, I was just dead silent. I was like, you know what I mean? I could not fucking speak. Like, that's how it is with me around needles. I'm needle phobic. You know what I mean? So yeah, other than like the fucking orientation thing, the bloodborne pathogens thing, we completed the task. Honestly, I was just speed running through it. You know what I'm saying? And then, right as I finished orientation, they put me on the floor. They assigned me to an aisle. And I got to work. Started stocking shelves, you know. What we do is we have an app that we scan items, we scan items, and then, you know, sometimes we're able to like flash tags. So like we scan an item, beep, flash a tag, it goes there. Alright? Like that's one of the good things about like some of the items. Like, we can scan them and we can flash the tags, and we'll know where they go because the tag is flashing. But some of the items, they don't have flash tags. So what we do is we look for the last 4 digits. We look for 4 digits like 67, 69. I know that's the most fucking random number I can think of. That's the most random number I can think of. And then we have to walk around the whole aisle, and then we have to look for 67, 69. And then once we find it, it goes there. Like, stocking shelves is not just putting things on shelves. Nah, buddy. It's like you gotta find where they go, and then... Like, honestly, that's kind of like the hardest thing I'd say for me. The hardest thing is trying to find where they go. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's pretty much how it is. Just stocking shelves. Another thing is that it's kind of hard for me is zoning. Zoning is where we pull all of our items to the front. So, like, what we do is, like, let's say we have chips in the back of the aisle. We gotta pull them forward. And then sometimes we have to, like, spread them out because we want our aisles to look good and stuff, right? You don't want your aisle to look like slob. So, when I first did zoning, I was just pretty much bunching them together. I was just, like, bunching them together. I wasn't spreading them out. Now, when I zone, I pull everything to the front. You can't expect perfect overnight, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much what it is, alright? It's just stocking shelves, alright? And I do work overnights too, so I work from 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. So, yeah. One thing is with working overnights, you do not get to sleep until like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Hell, there's probably days that you won't go to sleep until noon. Like today, I didn't go to sleep until like noon. I just could not sleep. Like, I get off of work, right? I'm tired as hell. But then when I get home, I'm just not tired. Because when I get home, I eat when I get home. Because I'm, like, really hungry when I get home. Because, like, when I pack my food in my lunchbox, I usually will just pack, like, a ravioli, a ramen, chicken soup. And honestly, that's just not enough. Like, last night, I packed some ravioli and I packed chicken soup. And when I got home, I was still hungry. You know what I mean? And then I didn't go to sleep until noon. And then I was supposed to meet up with a seller at 7 p.m. to pick up a Radio Shack 12519. I woke up at 7 p.m. So then I quickly made my way to Walmart and I tried to sell my Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus that was Snapchat device banned, alright? Because there's no point in you keeping a phone unless you can use Snapchat on it, you know what I mean? Because Snapchat's a bitch. And I got banned again. Like, seriously, I managed to get 3 devices banned within a 6-month time frame. This is just due to the fact that Snapchat lacks end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption is where your chats are protected. No one can see them. You know what I'm saying? But if a app lacks end-to-end encryption, the AI, they use AI and stuff, they can see what you're texting and shit. Now, me and my friends, we're really weird, We like to say the most out-of-pocket things. And I guess Snapchat does not like that. So, yeah. Kind of sucks that I got banned. Thankfully, I was able to get Snapchat on this iPhone 11. So, it looks like we got 2 more accounts we can get on this thing before this phone becomes SSO6, and then I'll probably just end up selling it. It is a 64 gigabyte model, so even if it was to get device banned and I was to sell it, it really wouldn't matter. It's just a 64 gigabyte iPhone 11. It's really not that big of a deal. It's not like my iPhone 14 Plus, which is 256 gigabytes, and that thing ended up getting device banned. Now that was kind of a big deal because it's 256 gigabytes. It's a $1,000 iPhone that you got for free. Like, imagine if you find a $1,000 iPhone and then Snapchat just doesn't work on it. You'd probably crash the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because who in their right mind would throw away a 256 gigabyte perfectly working iPhone? You get what I mean? Found this iPhone, I think it's an iPhone 13 or an iPhone 14. I found this in the Target bin today. It's locked, so I'm gonna see if my friend is able to restore it, and then I'm gonna possibly sell it depending on the storage. Alright? Because if this phone is a 128 gigabyte model, I'll probably just end up selling it because there's nothing special about it. It's just 128 gigabytes. I mean, sure, this is another phone I can use for Snapchat in case the iPhone 11 gets banned. But honestly, I have a Galaxy S9, I have an iPhone 14 Pro, and I have an iPhone 15 Pro. Like, I can use those for Snapchat. I just have to get screens for them, and then I'm able to use them. Yeah, this is an iPhone 13 because this has a SIM card tray. I thought it was an iPhone 14. Alright, looks like someone added me. See if there was a SIM card in here. Jit was on track phone. So, yeah. Now let's talk about some struggles that I have with working in retail. Since Walmart is a pretty big store, I have a tendency to bounce around aisles and stuff. You know, I have ADHD, so it's like I'm all over the place, you know. Like, you can kind of tell that I have ADHD. Like, I feel like you can kind of tell when someone has ADHD, like, from the way how they're, like, moving around and stuff, especially if they're, like, everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do have, like, a tendency to, like, drift around and stuff, you know? Like, yesterday, like, I was on my break, and, you know, I get bored, like, really easily. Oh, God. So it's like, when I was on my break, I went to the garden section to film the fans, and I accidentally opened up one of the curtains, and my boss, she ended up pulling me to the back of the room with the coach, and the coach was like, "Were you in the garden center at 2 a.m.?" And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Were you in the garden section?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What were you doing in the garden section?" I was like, I was trying to film the fans for a YouTube video. And he was like, did you see that you opened up curtains?" I was like, "What curtains? What curtains you talking about, man?" Curtains. And I didn't see any curtains. Like, I might have accidentally flipped, like, the wrong switch, because I meant to turn on the fans. And he was like, "Well, you ended up opening some of the curtains," and they were not happy with me. So, yeah. They ended up saying, if this shit happens again, they're gonna probably terminate me. Meaning, I'm probably gonna get fired. Now, on my first week, come on now. Y'all gotta go easy on me. I guess not. So, they also said something about me not being productive. Fuck you mean I ain't being productive? And they said because you keep leaving your aisle and stuff. Like, girl, I'm sorry. I have to go to the bathroom. I drink a lot of water. I get hot easily. Like, I didn't say, like, I get hot easily, but it's like, I get hot easily, dude. Like, I drink a lot of water. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to fucking piss in the aisle? You know what I'm saying? Oh, goddamn, my stomach hurts. But, yeah. It's like, fuck you want me to do? Pee in the aisle? So, yeah. Overall, my first week at Walmart was really... It's not bad, you know what I'm saying? No. Honestly, I make $17.50 an hour, so it's like I'm really not complaining. I got my first paycheck today. I mean, sure, it was only like $260, but it's like your first paycheck really isn't much. Like, you start getting those $600, $700 paychecks. I think usually you start getting them after your second paycheck. I think. I'm not 100%. I've only been working for like a week, so it's like, I really can't complain. Like, I thought I was gonna get like a $600 paycheck, but nope. You have received a deposit of $280, $285. I was like, "Mama, I got paid." I told my mom, I was like, "Mama, I got paid." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I got $280. So then I went to check my Cash App. There it was, a deposit of $285. So I went to Target and I bought another fan for the collection. I bought a purple Honeywell HT900. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Honestly, it'll get better. Because, you know, I'm still new to working, so it's like, you really can't expect someone to be perfect. Like, you gotta give them at least, like, a couple weeks to a couple months for them to like actually get used to it and stuff. Because like I've never had like a actual job. Like I've had a job doing snow removal, but that was just like my friend said, "Yo, do you want to do snow removal?" I said, "Bet, anything for money." And then I backed out after like 12 hours. Like 12 hours on no sleep. Most people can't even do shit unless they get their full 8. Like, you can't be mad at someone for leaving snow removal after doing 12 hours on no sleep. Alright? Because that was like the first time I've ever done like manual labor and stuff. You know, I was using snow blowers and shit. And, you know, keep in mind, like, we had to like clear a whole bunch of snow. Like, it was like 2 feet of snow and shit. And like, snow blowers, they were barely doing anything. Like, snowblowers will only work if, like, there's like, a little bit of snow on the ground. You have to clear, like, maybe, like, up to, like, maybe, like, 6 inches of snow. Alright? Because when I was doing snow removal, I was, like, patting the snow down so, like, I can easily clear it with the snowblower. I was like, You know what I'm saying? But this is like my first like actual job where like I had to go through orientation and you know what I'm saying, right? Like I had to go through orientation, I had to go through training, and then I have a actual boss and stuff. Like, you get what I'm saying? And you can kind of tell that I have ADHD. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm kind of everywhere and like, I speak like really fast, so. Yeah. That's pretty much it. This is my night off, and then I have tomorrow night off, and then I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then I have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, so. Yep. Well, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this video with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out until then.